Hi there and welcome back to your channel Staffelchef. In today's video we will have a look on the next deck or layer of this structure, this HQ. When you move down with this elevator, you might notice that at a certain moment the theme or the outline of the structure it changes to a more rusty style. The doors of the elevator are linked with a sensor which is not only closing both doors, but wherever you are, it is also calling the elevator, which suits it if you're with more than one person in this world. So what we have over here is the, let's call it power room, or the cellar, how I call it. If you're familiar with Supreme Commander, you might recognize these pillars as energy storage. In each of these storages you have 4 batteries in the bottom and 4 batteries in the top, resulting in an overall 64 batteries with 3 megawatt hours stored each, which is a combined 192 megawatt hours. So with a maximum output of 12 megawatt for each battery, we can deplete them in 50 minutes with a total of 768 megawatt. Keep in mind, however, that if you're using this power to recharge other batteries, a 12 to 10 ratio applies, resulting in a loss of 32 megawatt hours. Or in other words, the 64 batteries here can only fully charge 53 batteries or bring 64 batteries on 83%. This maybe does not look at the moment like a T1 United Earth Federation power plant, but in the moment we will activate, it hopefully seems a bit familiar. So it's heavily inspired. So let me show you how this works. Just imagine you need a good load of energy, as I mentioned, to recharge a ship or something, or if you want to use something with a very heavy energy drainage over a short period. Then each of these small pillars over here activates the batteries on the left and on the right. What I've also used is the loudspeaker block over here to give the immersion of some, what is it, I think drone noises, so that you have this immersion again of there is something going on, and I can feel and hear the energy of the generators. Okay, let's turn this off. Perfect. And again, for the immersion, for the style, it has no use. It is just so it is not too straight, like I always say. By the way, if you have missed the first episode, I will link it here in the top right corner for you. Okay, let's move on. What do we have next? Shall we go left or right first? Let's go right. Okay, here is no door. This one is the med bay. It's also heavily inspired by this time Star Trek. Especially this fishbowl is from Voyager. It does not look exactly the same, but the inspiration is from there. Maybe you remember the Doctor, which was a hologram, I think. Yeah, over here you can prepare if you have to make an operation. You can do your administrative stuff. And what I always try if I would take a block now, there is not a single space where you can put something down. So in my world, I really like to fill the environment, to not make it too sterile. Over here we have a quarantine chamber, giving space for 2 patients. And here you can make a surgery. But it's also important to me that you can pass everywhere, so it's not completely stuck. Even though on the Voyager there was not much flowers and plants, but maybe you remember this series of what was her name? Enterprise, I think. And there was one doctor, forgot his name, and he always had some different plants. So, and this one is like a, how do you call this? A probe room or chamber to set conditions for some tests. If you have some alien, I don't know, matter or something you found and you want to do some tests, you can put it in different conditions over here. So this is again making use of small grid, and this probe is screwing itself down, as you can see. Now we set it under pressure and depressurize. And if you listen carefully, it sounds like a breathing of the machine. I like this very much. And this is what I also love a lot. I've used these frozen block style, you can see it maybe a little bit next to the lights, to give this immersion again of something is different over there. Just a fun fact over here, you see this corner, it belongs to the block which is on the inside. So if this room depressurizes, I get hit, I get hurt, because there is no oxygen left. Strange, isn't it? But we are on the med bay, so it should not be a big problem to get healed again. Over here we have a small maintenance chamber or maintenance tube. No big purpose yet, maybe for later times. We can use it to make a second or hidden exit. Okay, it's driving back in, perfect. So the test is over. Let's heal. What was this noise? Who knows? Nevertheless, after this surgery, let's go for some joy, shall we? And therefore we can change our dress into swimming clothes. Can go for a quick toilet. And here is the pool. Of course we have no water in Space Engineers, but this cannot stop us to find mitigations, at least for this style. And if this is not enough, I don't know the proper English word for this, but I think it's an international word for sauna. Yeah, you can chill here and relax a little bit. Would be cool if you could change the temperature in this room. And the last but not least for today, is of course the mess of the dining facility. I'll give you a second to think about where I got this inspiration from. But first of all, let me open. The whole mess. Yeah, you can sit here having lunch, having dinner. It is again making heavily use of small grid on the large grid. It's a bit tricky. You need some time to figure out how it works, but as you can see, with the use of the gate blocks, the hanger door blocks, or the protection blocks, I'm not pretty sure how you call this, it works quite well, so you can hide big gaps. The windows are made of LCDs with lights behind it. And maybe, I think I did not really mention it in the first episode, this is my single player world, so the conditions I've set here are also to please what I like to play. And I don't play this, I play this in survival mode. This is also the reason why I only have tier 2 equipment, because I had never left Earth yet, and I did not find any platinum or uranium or anything else. I did not even look for water. This is also the reason I'm not using the jetpack, and I always force myself to use scaffolding. Yeah, if you remember maybe Neelix in the Voyager, this is his kitchen. It was very tricky to find a moment in this series, and I had to rewatch it a lot, where you get a hint how the ceiling looks like. It was very tricky. So let's turn this off. There you can see there is light behind transparent LCDs. It doesn't look that nice, but it suits the purpose when it's activated. But of course it lies in the nature of single playerism that there is no hurry, and I enjoy it being creative like others are with an instrument or a brush. Thanks for watching today's episode. The comment section is for suggestions and questions. If you give the video a like, I don't earn any money, but the YouTube algorithm is more likely to share it. Same counts for comments, of course. And this is what creation should be all about, be shared. Thanks for watching, gehabt euch wohl.